Welcome to Pride to Parsippany. I'm your host, Mayor James Barberio, and today I have with me Gail Gutierrez, Wellness Coach USA. Hi, Gail. How are you?
Good. How are
Good
you,
to
Mayor?
see you today.
Good to see you as well.
Same
Thanks
here.
for having me on today.
Before I get to you, I just want to give a little history to the residents of Parsippany that one of the reasons why we went with a wellness coach was back in 2011. Our premiums and insurance, health insurance, skyrocketed. And we thought at that time, Fairview Insurance was our broker, still is, felt that a wellness coach, if we can make our employees healthier, then possibly those premiums would go down. So it was both for our employees and also for the taxpayers of Parsippany to decrease the premiums. Well, I have to tell you, it has been extremely successful. And I know we're going to do my blood pressure later on. And our premiums have continued to decline. Last year, I think alone, from 2014 to 2015, the premiums decreased by $1.5 million, which is a big.
Wow.
This year, no increase whatsoever.
Yeah.
And we do have a lot of happier employees. I have employees that are just like, they've lost a lot of weight. Blood pressures have come down. I'm one of them. I mean, my blood pressure was 160 over 110 constantly, and now it's usually 120 over 80, 120 over 77 weekly. So, but I'm curious, and I'm always curious to hear from professionals like yourself. But give us a description of what you consider wellness to be when it comes.
Yeah. Well, most health professionals have a different idea as to what wellness is, but for me, and I tell the employees this all the time, wellness is almost a state of being. It's a lifestyle, and it's comprised of various different elements. You've got exercise, you've got stress, you've got your nutrition or diet, you've got even financial well-being, and it's an overall state of being where if everything is sort of works together, it's full wellness, total wellness. And with the employees, one thing that I like to say is wellness is two different things. There's two sides to it. There's your numbers, which you have the blood pressure. You can weigh in if you want to. We can analyze body fat. But then there's the other half, which is your quality of life. We only get one shot, right, Mayor? So if you have, as long as there's a balance of both, and you're healthy, but you also get to enjoy life, that to me is total wellness. And if an employee comes to me and says, well, Coach, the doctor just diagnosed me pre-diabetic, then I'll say, okay, well, maybe there are some things you may not be able to enjoy as much as you used to anymore in terms of the food you used to eat, but let's try to get your blood sugar levels down, and then we can focus more on the quality of life. So it's a little bit of both.
Well, I know it works for me. I come in every Tuesday and I speak with you with regards to my sugar numbers, to my blood pressure, and I've maintained a really steady sugar level.
You have.
Because I realize how important it is. Not because I'm older, but because I wish I was more aware of it. We didn't have wellness coach, but that's still my responsibility to be aware. Parsippany, I'm going to just read some of the questions I have for you.
Yeah.
Parsippany has had a wellness program in place for 5 years now. Can you tell us what an employee wellness program is? You just did. I mean, I'm not going to answer that question.
Yeah.
Can you give us an overview? You also did that. No, you didn't. Can you give us an overview of some of the initiatives and programs? Because I know that every time we come, you have a program or you have a tip of the week or...
Right. No, you're absolutely right. So I've been the wellness coach in Parsippany for a little over a year now, but prior to that, Coach Deborah Patetta was the wellness coach on site, and she actually was the one that spearheaded really the culture of wellness in the township and with the employees. So she started developing programs such as, a walking challenge where, we got pedometers for all the employees. We've done weight loss challenges in the past. There you go. We've done weight loss challenges in the past, and I've continued that. Just recently, we did a healthy cook-off contest for the Super Bowl, where the employees got to bring in their own recipes, and try to make them a healthier version of what they would usually make during Super Bowl. And we are in the process of creating a cookbook so that all the employees and their families can take it home. So it's just some of the examples that we're doing. But challenges like that, and like you mentioned, the monthly health topics that we do, is just some of the initiatives that we work towards so that the employees can not only have an opportunity to have fun at work, but also learn about their health and about different things that they may not have otherwise known.
And we extend that out to families of the employees as well.
Yeah.
And we also put on our website the tips that you give for the week. So if you go to www.parsippany.net, we will have that on the website, from the tips from the wellness program on healthy eating, portion control.
Absolutely.
I know you do that so that's important, portion control.
Yeah.
But what you have, I know you have an employee wellness committee, correct? Mm-hmm. Can you explain the committee to me?
Sure. So the committee is Parsippany employees who really have an interest in trying to bring things to work, opportunities to the other employees to feel better and work on their health. And the committee pretty much comes up with anything that we do in town. So they work with me to come up with these weight loss challenges, come up with the weight loss, the healthy cooking contest. They give me ideas on, well, hey, coach, can we focus on, tobacco cessation or the negative effects of smoking a certain month? So they're really the group of people, employees, who speak for other employees on their behalf as to where they really want the wellness program to go in Parsippany. So, they have been, without them, I don't know if this program would really have flourished as much as it has, and they're an integral part of where the program really is going.
You get, I'm sure you do. You get employees that come up to you, any good on the feedback?
Yeah.
So.
Some of the feedback in regards to the wellness program. Right. It's been amazing what I've heard from the very beginning up until now. Just the fact that there is something for the employees to have on site. Wellness Coaches USA is one of the only companies in the country that allows or that has on-site wellness coaching. Most companies do it telephonically, but there's something to be said about the visceral feeling that you get, the one-on-one interaction, and that's the feedback that I get from a lot of the employees, is that this is different and it's awesome to have, because if they were to go out, and look for another coach elsewhere, would that cost them money? This is something that is available to the employees and their dependents, and again, it's been amazing, the feedback that I get.
I know that when you take a look at the cost savings in Parsippany, I know it costs, I think, $80,000, something like that, to have a wellness coach. Mm-hmm. But the money that it has saved us is in the millions.
Yeah.
So it does pay off. But what I notice is we do have a lot of happier employees, because when your health is good, your state of mind is good. What has been the changes in employees' health since you started the program?
Yeah, so you mentioned earlier lower blood pressures. You mentioned people losing weight, and that's, only a small portion of it. We go back to what is wellness, and we talk about stress. That's one of the biggest things that I talk about in Parsippany, is how do you handle stress? There's work stress, but there's also home stress, and sometimes, there isn't one person who doesn't bring sometimes stress from home to work, and it's hard for them to concentrate. But sometimes when you have someone there who's even just willing to listen, sometimes I do sessions where I don't have to take your blood pressure, I don't have to analyze your body fat, but I could sit here and listen, and we can try to figure out a way for you to deal with stress better. Or, and you can just vent for a few minutes. Sometimes that's a lot more helpful than not at all, and just, someone keeping to themselves. So.
Well, I don't mean to cut you short, but during Hurricane Sandy, it came in handy for myself, because the stress level was extremely high. It was, we're trying to get the power on for the residents. They want to get that was a tough time, and the stress level.
I bet.
and I'll be honest with you, my blood pressure was probably up then too. But the fact that I got to sit down and talk to somebody for 10 minutes, it's all it takes, if that, really soothes your mind, your soul, and you do calm down. And I'm sure it lowers the blood, sugars, not blood sugar, but the pressure.
Yeah.
That's important, because you really don't want to have your blood pressure consistently high.
You're absolutely
Because of
right.
stress on your heart, and I get all that. Moving forward, what do you expect from the program going forward now?
Yeah. I mean, Parsippany already has a pretty robust program. But the Wellness Committee and I have sat down, and we're looking forward to do a few more things, things that haven't been done before. We're working on something called Workout Wednesdays, where we're going to bring in a workout instructor, who's going to teach the class in the mornings for free and allow the opportunity for the employees to work out before they go to work, and then get ready to go to work, and then they'll have done their workout for the day, and that's supposed to be implemented sometime soon, within the next few months or so. And we're doing it as a pilot program to see if employees really are interested in doing so, and we're looking to expand that to an afternoon class, so that if people can't get to the gym, and employees they know they only have a short amount of time in between now and getting home to cook dinner, then having that workout in between gives them the opportunity to exercise and gets them moving. So that's one of the things. Another thing we're working on is healthy eating on site. So we're working with a vendor to bring in fresh fruit and vegetables to all the different departments, just to have it on site. There's one thing to bring your lunch, but if it's available to you at work, sometimes it's easier to eat better. So that's another thing we're working on.
Right. I mean, it's tough to eat. In this day in the society today, it's tough to eat real good.
Yeah.
Unless you do it yourself. I mean, believe it or not, I'm on this thing about canning.
Yes.
And I purchased those ball, and I've canned my broccoli. So I've been doing it.
That's awesome.
So we save it for later on, but I'm trying to get away from, because I've been reading about the vegetables and the chemicals on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wash my vegetables pretty well, and but no, as you get older, for some reason, it seems to be more important. Too bad it wasn't important when I was younger. Okay, you mainly work with township employees, but as a township, we have done the community outreach. Can you describe the role on this, the community outreach role?
So you're right. I do mainly work with employees and their family members, but we've done in the past presentations to the seniors at the community center about it was awesome, about eating right and being an advocate for themselves when it comes to their health care. We talked a little bit about injury and safety at home, and sometimes that was a fantastic example of really getting out there. The feedback that we got from the citizens was, when can we do this again? Sometimes when they tend to forget, and we all tend to forget sometimes, that moving something as simple as a huge bag of flour from the top cabinet in your kitchen to the bottom can help, can prevent an injury or a fall. And when you just remind someone, or even just, again, giving people the access to education is beneficial, and and we're looking to do more of that in the future.
I was there not when Debbie was there with the seniors doing the blood pressures for them, and now you go there to teach the classes. They truly appreciate it. I mean, it's you wouldn't, so we talk about exercise, you and I, we always talk about what types of exercise. I mean, I walk a lot. I had surgery, but and I started walking again this week. That was when the doctor said I could. And just that amount of time, I couldn't believe it, how I felt out of shape.
Yeah.
And you have to keep up with it. I mean, I would tell anybody that this is not for just a week, a month, it's forever. And, now I'm reading that even the senior citizens, they're saying walking's great, but resistance training's better.
Yeah.
And because, it strengthens their bones and stuff like that. I know
absolutely.
we talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And, all types of programs. So,
yeah.
Are you ready to take my blood pressure?
Absolutely.
All right. It's Tuesday, so it's perfect. I get it done every Tuesdays, ladies and gentlemen, so here we go.
Let me do the left side.
Yeah, I'm lefty. Must as well do the left side. Let me
Oh, you can have a seat. I'll come on the other side.
Okay, let me meditate. I don't want to fail myself. And this is what we do on Tuesday. We take the blood pressure, and then we start talking about how was your week, how did you, and if I cheated, I'm honest. I'll say I cheated, but I've been very good because it's important for me to keep my sugar level down. So here we go. It's quiet right now, but. Mm-hmm. And this is the sport, you don't want the higher numbers. What is it?
117/75.
Oh, 117/75, so it's working. And let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, well, my dear residents, when we started having a wellness coach, and this is important, I was always tense, with the blood pressure. I was always like, why can't I get it down? And I tell you right now, it's what you eat.
Yeah.
There is no doubt in my mind how to change everything that I did to get my blood pressure, because I was on 1, 2, 3 blood pressure medicines, 3 diabetes medications, to now being on 1 diabetes medication.
Yeah.
And blood pressure, I went from 3 to 2, and I'm going to be coming off the next one soon. I went for a checkup yesterday.
That's awesome.
Because now it's being controlled just by dieting properly, eating properly. And for me, when we talked about carbohydrates, how it had such a negative impact on me, certain types of carbohydrates, not the vegetables. I was always good with the vegetables, but the pastas, the potatoes, and the breads.
Yeah.
And those were the things, growing up in a traditional Italian-American family, my mother stuck an IV needle in me and sauce was pumping through me. And we always had pastas on Wednesdays and Sunday.
Yeah.
To now, it's the lifestyle has changed.
Yeah.
But it's because of the awareness that you've given me, and I know the awareness that you're giving the other employees, because I do speak to the employees in town, and they really are grateful, and it has paid off for us because, as a mayor, not only do I have to think health-wise, I have to think about productivity, and productivity is the fact that less people are calling out sick because they're healthier, and they really love participating in this program. And I believe that most employees feel that, hey, the township, the mayor, the administration, they care. And we do care. I mean, that's number one. We care for our employees, and we also care for our residents when it comes to the tax side. But that being said, Gail, I want to thank you for all that you have done for me in the past year, but for all the employees who speak very highly of you. And that's important. You have to like your coach. I mean, not always. I mean, when I played baseball, I loved my coach, to be honest with you. I shouldn't say that. But you made the awareness that's the most important. And I look forward to working for you now and in the future because it's really been successful for Parsippany. So thank you for being on board.
I appreciate it. Mayor, I've got to say, it's an honor, really, to be working with you and all the employees. It really fills my day. And that's part of the reason why I became a coach, is because it makes me happy to see people happy. Right. And when if I can help in any way, even again, just by sitting there for a few minutes, I will do that.
Well, be happy because we have not had a high number, in like 6 months?
Yeah.
I mean, I have never been over 120/80.
That's true.
And now it's like I have to keep it that way. But thank you for all you do for the community of Parsippany and myself.
Oh, absolutely.
And once again, thank you for tuning in to Pride in Parsippany. And, this is important that you get to learn these things that's going on in town. And I'm looking forward to more shows, and we're going to be airing a lot more. But thank you for tuning in. It means a lot to me as your mayor. It means a lot to me because I feel like you are my people, and that's really what it comes down to. So God bless you all, and have a good day.